Good afternoon, children. Welcome to AIMS India live session. Science. Animals. What are animals? Animals are one of the living organisms. These animals live in different habitats. As we know that some of the animals living in water called aquatic animals. Some of the animals living on land called terrestrial animals. Some of the animals living in the desert animals. Like that, based on habitat, animals are classified into different types. But the broad classification of animals is depending upon the presence and absence of vertebral column. If vertebral column is present, the animals are called vertebrates. They possess well-developed skeleton system. If the vertebral column is absent, those animals are called invertebrates. There are many group of vertebrates and invertebrates on there. Previously, some of the vertebrates we have discussed. So let us continue our discussion. Vertebrates are grouped into 5 main types. They are fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So let us discuss in this video about amphibians and fishes. Amphibians. What are amphibians? Amphibians are a group of animals which live both on land and in water. Amphibians are those animals which live on land as well as in water. This is the basic characteristic feature of amphibians. So when they are born, they are aquatic, means in water. The larva of amphibian, for example frog, is called tadpole. This tadpole breathe through gills and move with the help of tail. So there are a lot of changes we observe in the larva and adult. As the larvae grow, their appearance changes. They lose their gills and develop lungs to breathe. This is called metamorphosis. The larva born with gills and tail. When it becomes adult, gills disappear and lungs develop. Amphibians are oviparous. Oviparous means which lay eggs or which reproduce by laying eggs. The female lays eggs in water, but they don't take care of them. Most amphibians are carnivorous, means amphibians parental care is very less. Okay, they simply lay the eggs and the fertilization takes place outside the body, and these larvae will hatch by themselves and come out. Most of the amphibians are carnivorous. Carnivorous means which feed on animals or animal food materials. They feed on insects and invertebrates, small animals. So here some examples of amphibians are given here. Many animals are there in this list. Try to identify the amphibians from this list. Frog is the common example of amphibian. Next, newt. It is also amphibian. Newt. The next, salamander. This is also amphibian. Remaining are reptiles are given here. So salamanders, frogs, newt. These are the examples of amphibians. So some more characters of amphibians if you take, in amphibians, The skin is smooth or rough, rich in glands which keep it moist. The skin with pigmented cells and chromatophores. Some of the frogs you might have observed, they are different colored, bright colored, shiny skin, and mucus is present on the skin because it respires through skin. Next, the body is divided into distinct head and trunk. Head and trunk, that's all. Neck and tail may or may not present. If you take frog, here tail is not there. If you take newt, tail is there. If you take salamander, tail is there. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about the different types of amphibians. Next, they are tetrapods. Tetrapods means they possess 4 limbs. FOR, 4 limbs. Front 4 limbs and back hind limbs. And digits without nails and webbed feet are present in the amphibians to swim on. To swim in the water, they possess webbed feet. Next, they are oviparous and lay the eggs. These are some of the basic characteristic features of amphibians. So let us discuss about the amphibian groups. Amphibians can be classified into 2 groups. The first group, amphibians without tail. Example, frog. These amphibians have a short body and long, strong legs which are good for jumping. They catch their prey with their tongue. It is long and extends rapidly like in frogs and toads. So first type of amphibians, amphibians without a tail. Example, frogs and toads. Next group of amphibians with tail. They have a long body and 4 limbs. All 4 limbs are approximately the same length. Typical example are salamander and tritons. Okay, amphibians with tail. Salamanders, you remember one example at least. Salamanders. Salamanders are the best example for amphibians with a tail. So what are the 2 group of amphibians? Amphibians without tail and amphibians with tail. Amphibian without tail example, frogs. Amphibians with tail example, salamanders. What are amphibians? Amphibians are, the meaning is amphi means both. Bios means life. The vertebrates leading 2 lives are called, or the vertebrates which show dual life are called amphibians. Next group of vertebrates, fish. Generally they are called fishes. They are the largest group of vertebrates. Among the vertebrates, fishes are the largest group of vertebrates. Fish have a head, an elongated body and tail. The body is divided into head, elongated body and tail. They can extract dissolved oxygen from water. These animals can survive in water, aquatic, totally aquatic. It cannot survive on land, survive only in water. In order to survive, it requires oxygen. Where from the oxygen is available for fish? Yes, It extract the dissolved oxygen from water with the help of gills. Fish are oviparous. Oviparous means lay eggs. They reproduce by laying eggs. Female fish lay their eggs in the water. The baby fish called fry hatch from eggs. Okay, here also the parental care is less. The female fish lay the eggs. The baby fish come out. They are called fry by hatching from the eggs. See the body of the fish. Some more characters let us discuss. A fish body is streamlined, means it will swim in the water against the water current. To accommodate that process, the body is streamlined. See, so it possesses fins. It possesses fins. The body is covered by scales. The body is covered by scales. And they have muscular tail to change the directions. They have muscular tail and fins for movement. The paired fins are present. These fins can be named as pectoral fin, pelvic fin, caudal fin, anal fin. Like that, paired fins are present, which helps in the movement of a fish. Next, their body is based on the skeleton. Next slide, we are going to discuss the groups of fishes. Fishes are grouped into two main types. They are cartilaginous fishes and bony fishes, depending on the skeleton by which the body is framed off. Okay, next, they are also oviparous. They lay the eggs. And amphibians as well as the fishes, both are cold-blooded. Cold-blooded means their body temperature does not remain constant. They change their body temperature according to change in the environmental temperature. So these are some of the characteristic features. And their heart also, only two-chambered heart is present in these fishes. So let us proceed. Next, fish groups. Fish can be classified into two groups. They are cartilaginous fish and bony fish. What are cartilage fish? Cartilaginous fish. The fish with the skeleton made of cartilage. Cartilaginous fish skeleton is made of cartilage. Most are marine. These cartilaginous fishes are marine. For example, shark, rays, ray fish, shark. They are electric ray fishes. Shark, they come under cartilaginous fish category. Next, bony fish. Bony fish are most common. The skeleton is made up of bones. Some live in sea and some other in lakes and rivers. So bony fishes are most common. They live in different habitats: salt water, sea, fresh water, rivers, and brackish water, lakes. Means in different types of waters, these animals, these bony fishes can survive. For example, sardines, carps, salmon fish. Okay, these are all the examples of bony fishes. See here, cartilaginous fish, shark. Okay, these are shark, small, and skate or torpedo. electric ray fish it is. Then smooth hound, it is also the sea fish, cartilaginous fish. And sturgeon, it is also one of the shark type, cartilaginous fish. Next, bony fishes. Bony fish, if you take bass, perch, mullet, carps, shad, dike, these are all different bony fishes present in river and sea, and you can also see these fishes in the lakes also, salt lakes also. Okay? So these are the different group of fishes. So let us test ourselves what we have understood in this lesson, amphibians and fishes. So before going to quiz, briefly I will review. Amphibians are the animals which live both on land and in water. Okay. Fishes are purely aquatic, lives only in water. Okay. Amphibians, there are two types of amphibians, that is tail amphibians, without tail amphibians. Tailed amphibians, salamander; without tail, frogs. Fishes, if you take fishes, fishes are also two types. What are they? Cartilaginous fishes and bony fishes. Cartilaginous fishes, one example. Tell children. Shark. Okay. Then bony fish, carps. Okay. So let us check ourselves. I lay my eggs in water. Who am I? Fish, amphibian, reptile. Both fish and amphibian. So here we discussed about amphibians and fishes. So both of them lay eggs in water. So what is the correct answer? Both fish and amphibians. Both fish and amphibians lay eggs in water. Next. I have to have water to reproduce. Fish, amphibian, reptile, both fish and amphibian. So once again, both fish and amphibian need water to reproduce. Next, what is the picture given here? This is the picture. 1 minute, you see this picture, how it look like? It look like a tadpole, or it's eggs of some animal, or a froglet. Froglet means baby frog, or a frog. Okay. So it look like a fish. So but here it is a tadpole. In the beginning only we studied the tadpole is the larva of a frog. It respires through gills. It has a tail. Okay. It develops into frog, froglet, then adult frog. So the first stage eggs hatch into tadpole larva. This is the tadpole larva. Next question. A frog's body is hard and moist, moist and smooth, dry and scaly skin, moist and hairy. So frog skin, as we discussed, what is the correct answer, children? Yes, it is moist and smooth. Moist and smooth, so that it undergo the respiration. When it is in water, A frog respires through skin. To respire through skin, the skin must be moist and smooth. Next, sharks and rays. These are which type of fishes? Jawless, cartilaginous, bony, lung fishes. The lung fishes are called dipnoid fishes. So here, jawless fishes, petromyzon and mixin, hagfishes they are called. The cartilaginous fishes and bony fishes. Among these two, which is the correct option? Yes, very good. Cartilaginous fishes. Cartilaginous fishes, example, sharks and rays. Next, goldfish, tuna, trout, bass are all which type of fishes? Jawless, cartilaginous, bony, lung fishes. What is the correct option here? The examples you have to remember in the competitive exams. The questions appear based on the exams and based on the concept examples you have to remember. So bony fishes they are. Yes. Few of you answered. Bony fish. Bony fish example, goldfish, tuna, trout and bass. All fish except jawless fish have what covering their bodies? All fish except jawless fish cover their body with scales, gills, skin, feathers. Very good. Scales. So fishes body is covered by means of scales. There are different types of scales that present. Placoid scales, ctenoid scales, like that. So the scales. Next, which organ in fishes absorbs oxygen from the water? Lungs, gills, scales, heart. So among these three, the two options you can find in the fish, gills and scales. What is the correct answer? Here, how fishes obtain oxygen from the water? With the help of respiratory organ. What is the respiratory organ in the fish? Gills. Fishes respire through gills and absorb the dissolved oxygen present in the water. Okay, children, good. Which is not a fish? Among the following, which is not a fish? Jellyfish, catfish, lungfish, goldfish. These are all the fishes present in all these terms. Yes. Which is the correct answer? Jellyfish. Jellyfish is not a fish. Jellyfish is a coelenterate. Okay, invertebrate it is. Which is not a fish? Once again, guppy, swordfish, whale, tuna. Tuna fish, bony fish, swordfish, marine, guppy fish, also marine. What is the correct option here? Among all the four, which is not a fish? So whale. Whale is a mammal. Okay? Yes, you are correct. Whale is a mammal. It is not a fish. The correct option is C, whale. Next. All animal that lives in water and has scales, fins and gills. What are those animals? Okay, among these four: fish, mammal, insect, amphibian. The animal which lives in water and has scales, fins and gills. Which one is correct? Very good. Fish. Fishes are those animals which live in water and has scales, fins and gills. What kind of fish? See the creature here. Here. This is the picture. See the picture. Observe the picture. 1 minute. What it is? Yes, it is an example of a marine fish, a cartilaginous fish. So here, stingray. Stingray is the fish given here. It's not a shark, jellyfish or pufferfish. It is a stingray. A is the correct answer. Okay children, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel. You will get the live updates. Please press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.